All right, everybody's anxious.
We're ready.
Okay, everybody's
We're
anxious
ready.
to get started, so, as you know, we'll probably have a couple of people coming.
They're right there.
Okay.
Hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead. The lights. It's okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll get the lights. We'll probably leave the back ones on, but, so, do we have any, first of all, I'm Joanne Renton. I don't know the name tag right now, I've gotta find it, but, that's what happens when you change purses at my age. Yes. So, anyway, welcome. Do we have any new people here who just signed up? Oh, okay, we'd like you to, if you would be willing to stand and say your name, so we know you, and wave so people can recognize your face the next time they see you. Do you want to start? Yeah?
Sammy?
Hey, good to meet you. Okay.
I'm Sharon.
Okay.
Cindy.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. That's welcome.
There's only one.
There is? I'm sorry, I didn't see
Okay, I'm Elaine.
Okay. Great. Oh, wow. Okay. And I know there's another person who wanted to be here and he couldn't be here. He had some questions, so I have to actually email him. He's a new person too. So, welcome. Paul Singh has been here and done several classes. He started out doing a class for us on I think it was on the pillars of brain health. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he came back and he did one on happiness. That is not, the pillars of health came from AARP. I'm not an AARP, AARP. But since then, he has come back, he did one last year on happiness, 101. And then he told me he had one, or he told the group he had one on finding your life purpose. And your life purpose sometimes obviously changes as you get older and, you know, the kids are out of the house and things are happening and all that kind of stuff. So he's back today to give you his thoughts and guidance on that. Other than that, he's a comedian. I don't know whether I think most people have, although he has so many new ones, do know him from before. This is the first time we've met in here. We usually are in the sanctuary. So, I was gonna say chance. Anyway, but, so I'm gonna turn it over to him. I'm gonna shut up and sit down, and I'll turn the light off first before I do that. So, is that okay, Paul, if we leave that one on so they have some light?
Yeah, you can leave that on.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Whoa.
Thank you very much, Joanne, for that wonderful and inspiring and encouraging and energetic introduction. How many of you have had lunch already? All right, good time to get a nap. So, hi, my name is Paul Singh, and today I'll be covering the How to Find Your Purpose in Life part of Happiness 101. There are several subsets, and so today I'll be covering how to find purpose in life. Let me ask you this, how many people have seen me before? Raise your hands. Okay, so there's still quite a few who have not. How many have not seen me before? You lucky guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is, since finding a purpose in life is part of Happiness 101, I'm going to quickly recap for the ones who've seen me and bring you up to speed for the ones who have not seen me so that you're not lost and go, huh? What is he talking about? All right, so I'm going to quickly recap for you guys. How many people who saw me before still remember the proper definition of happiness? Nice. All right, thank you very much. That's all for me today. All right, okay, let me start with my background. My name is Paul Singh, and I'm going to give you a little bit of my background. I retired 8 years ago. And the reason I retired was because I went to this retirement seminar and they ran the numbers for me and they said, you know, you will make more money, you'll make $500 more if you retire than you do now because of your take-home pay will be more. So the next time my boss gave me a hard time, I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make $500 more by staying home. So I retired and I love it. And when I retired, I asked myself, now that I have enough money to live a comfortable life, what's my next agenda? What do I want to do in life now? You know, and after a lot of brain searching and soul searching, I came up with the answer that I want to make the journey, I want to make the time I have left on this planet as fulfilling, fun, and joyful as possible. Okay? And so I went out in search of, what would bring me happiness, what would bring me joy. And I started doing volunteer work for AARP, and I started doing lectures and all this, and it could bring me a lot of joy. The reason I share that with you, is that me going tick, tick, tick?
No.
How about now? Is that better? Because I feel like I'm too loud.
Yes.
That's the first time somebody's ever said that, besides my girlfriend.
Yes, a little bit.
I'm a little bit too loud. I can take this off.
No.
No?
Turn it down.
I can turn it down? Okay. Okay, here, how about now?
No, you're fine.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Yeah.
what happened to my HDMI?
There.
Oh, it's coming? All right. Actually, this is what happened.
That's what I think.
There you go.
There you go.
There. Okay, so the point I'm making is this, that I started doing the workshops, and my friends and family don't understand the concept of volunteering. When I tell them I volunteer, they ask me, they go, oh, so you volunteer? How much does that pay?
Yeah.
I'm like, it pays zero, nothing. They go, then why you do it? I'm like, oh, because it gives me peace of mind. And they go, peace of mind? Why not do it for the whole mind? Why just peace of mind? They don't understand. But I love seniors, and I'm a senior myself. I just turned 84. I'm kidding. My sister told me, she said, anytime you want a compliment about your looks, add 20 years to your age and tell people you're 20 years older than you really are. They'll be like, oh my God, what cream do you use, or what vitamins do you take? No, I'm 64, on paper. One of the compliments you get when you go to a senior center is, how did you get in? And I tell them I'm using a fake ID, the same one I used in college to buy alcohol. It's still coming in handy. Anyhow, as I was saying, now I'm going to share a little story with you, because every experience shapes our life. Every time we have an experience that's noteworthy, it shapes our life. So one time I was at a party, and I was drinking. And when I drink, I become really bold and brave, and you know how. So I tangled with a social bully. How many people know what a social bully is? Social bullies are people who are good looking, very well connected, but very egotistical. You rub them the wrong way, they'll make your life miserable. So I happened to tangle with a social bully, because he was bullying socially other people, and I saw that, and I kind of butted heads with him. But guess what? He had me sent home from the party. Kind of embarrassing. I'm a respectable man. Kind of embarrassing for me. And that day, I learned a very important lesson. That from today onwards, I'll never, ever, ever drink again. With that guy. But I wanted to have fun. I wanted to enjoy life. I wanted to have fun. So I figured out a way how I can have fun without drinking.
Yes.
And folks, if you can have fun without drinking, you can party all the time.
Yes.
So I party all the time, and in fact, I'm partying right now. Believe it or not. Okay, so I have some rules for my party. Okay, I had to make some rules for my party. If you're going to party all the time, you better have some rules, right? And so my rules start with the word party, P-A-R-T-Y, and the first letter is P, which stands for participate. You're in this class, I want you to participate. You learn more by participating. I'm going to ask you questions, raise your hand, let it out. You'll enjoy more, you'll learn more. And also, P also stands for praise. Praise each other. When you go to a party, you don't want to be criticizing people, you want to praise people. A stands for be affectionate and ask questions. Ask any questions that you want. I will not look down on you. I will not get mad. I might cuss in my car, but I won't say nothing to you. So ask any questions. And R stands for be respectful of time. We only have an hour, right? I don't know how long we have. So let's keep your comments, questions short, sweet, to the point.
You want me to put this in slideshow? So the slide's bigger?
Oh, actually, no, I got
You
you.
got it?
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, actually.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah. No, I just had to put it on F5.
There you
There it is.
There you go.
So thank you. See, somebody's paying attention. All right. So,
There you go.
be respectful. We only have an hour, so keep your comments, questions short, sweet, to the point, so we keep moving along. And then also respond, relate. And then T stands for time. You know, we only have so much time, so respect stands for when somebody's asking a question, wait your turn. Don't talk over each other. And T stands for time. You know, like we only have so much time, so we, you know, let's keep it going. And then Y stands for say yes if you're ready to party with me.
Yes.
All right, let's join the party. Okay, so I'm going to quickly recap what happiness, the definition of happiness and all that, so that people who forgot can recall, and then it'll be a recap for you guys, but it'll also be a nice bring up to speed for other people, because I don't want to just jump into it. All right, so what is happiness? Can anybody tell me what happiness means? What is happiness? Any definition of happiness? Anybody remember? I'll give it to you. All right. If you had to answer, like if somebody asked you randomly, what's happiness? What would you say? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when somebody says happiness?
The health.
The health, beautiful, beautiful. Health, yeah. What else?
Family.
Family, beautiful. What else? Contentment. I like that word, contentment. Yes.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind, another good word. Yes, yes. All those words are good. They are part of happiness, but they're not a definition of happiness, right? It's like saying, what's an automobile? And you say tires, steering wheel, shifter, speedometer. They're all parts of automobile, but they're not an automobile. So a true definition of happiness is, actually, I'll tell you, I asked Google real quickly. I asked Google, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, I said, what's happiness? And you know what Google said? That's a multi-billion-dollar company, even they don't know what happiness is. Can you believe that? Okay, so I went and searched for a good definition of happiness. And the good definition of happiness, it's a state of mind ranging from contentment to extreme joy. Okay? It's a state of mind ranging from contentment, like he said, to extreme joy. So if your food, clothing, shelter, and all your basic needs are not met, it's going to be hard for you to be happy. I'll be honest with you. Okay? So it starts from contentment ranging to extreme joy. And so let's keep going. And then what is the opposite of happiness? State of being, Google says state of being unhappy. But what's the opposite of unhappiness? What's the opposite of happiness? Sadness. What else? That's it? Sadness? Sadness, anger, stress, right? Anxiety, restlessness, sleeplessness, all those things. So if you want to increase your happiness, what do you have to do? You have to increase the things that bring you happiness and reduce the things that take away from happiness, right? So you'll have more happiness. So we're all on the same page. Feel free to stop me if you have any questions. Feel free to challenge me. I like to be challenged. So yeah, feel free to challenge me. If you don't agree with something, call me on it, because I'd rather you be totally on board than have, misgivings in your head, right? All right. So here's a question. Okay, I had an interview with a guy from Harvard. His name is Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar. He wrote a book on happiness. When he started teaching happiness in Harvard, there were only 8 students the first semester. Second semester, guess how many students he got? 900. They had to pick an auditorium for him, because he started with a little corner class and all of a sudden he had to go to an auditorium. It just took off. Him and I had an interview, and I asked him, I said, can you be happy all the time? Guess what he said?
Yes.
How many people say yes? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. How many people said no? Raise your hands. I want you to be part of one team or the other, because it makes a difference. If you believe that you can't be happy all the time, raise your hand real loud. Okay?
You say can't be?
Cannot be happy all the time. Cannot be. Okay, and can be? Okay, now the hands went up. Okay, so Tal Ben-Shahar, a Harvard professor, says you cannot be happy all the time. And I challenged him. I don't have a PhD. I challenged him. And I said, you can be happy. I'm too loud.
You cannot be happy.
You can't be happy all the time. I challenged him and I said, yes, you can be happy all the time.
I know 2 people,
Okay?
Mother Teresa and the Dalai Lama.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we'll get to that.
But they're extraordinary. I'm ordinary.
Well, that's the whole idea. The fact that you're here in this class, you may not be extraordinary, but you can be in that range of contentment to extreme joy.
Okay.
All right, I'm not going to make you Dalai Lama or Mother Teresa, but I'm going to get you in that range.
Okay.
That's my goal. Okay? And you saw how many people raised their hands who said you cannot be happy all the time? My goal is to put them on a different camp, on the other camp. Okay, that's my goal. All right. So I challenged Tal Ben-Shahar. I said, yes, you can be happy all the time, barring extreme situations, of course. You know, if you're in Gaza Strip and there's bombs falling, I don't care how happy you were in America, you're not going to be happy over there.
Yeah.
Barring extreme situations, yes, you can be happy all the time if, and only if, you're happy with yourself. Because you're with yourself all the time. Are we all on board?
Yeah.
If you're happy with yourself, chances are you will be happy all the time, as long as, barring other situations. But if you're happy with yourself, you'll be happy most of the time or all the time, barring extreme situations. Now, so the question is, how do you be happy with yourself? How do you be happy with yourself? Can anybody tell me? You think Mother Teresa is happy with herself?
Somehow I do.
Beautiful. She is.
Yes, and
How about Dalai Lama?
he is so gentle and smooth and.
Answer is yes or no. Is he happy with yourself or not?
Can
No, is
I-
Dalai Lama happy with
Yes.
himself? Beautiful, that's it. Alright, okay, so how can you be happy with yourself all the time or more often than not? I ask you that question.
To know yourself.
Beautiful, to be awareness of yourself. And how I know this is because how many people have ever made someone else happy? We all have. We all have, okay? All the hands should be going up. We all have. But how do we do it? By, like, when you bought somebody a particular gift that they wanted, right? Or something that your child wanted and you got it for them. They were happy. How did you do it? Awareness. You were aware of your child or the person that you bought a gift for. You were aware of their needs. So if you can make someone else happy by being aware of their needs, you can make yourself happy by being aware of yourself. So thank you, that's a good answer. All right, how else can you make yourself happy more often? Yes, ma'am.
By accepting yourself.
Beautiful. By accepting yourself. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is very crucial. One of the keys to happiness. Okay? And when you start accepting yourself, you're less critical of others because you realize you have warts and all too. Right? So you're more accepting of other people. You want to be more accepting of other people, be accepting of yourself. When you accept yourself, you accept other people. Beautiful. What else can you do to make yourself happy? To keep yourself happy, to like yourself.
You should know right from wrong.
Beautiful. Have a good self-conscious, have a good moral compass. Right? Have a good moral compass. Okay, beautiful. What else?
Gratitude.
Beautiful. Gratitude. Number one thing next to acceptance. Gratitude. Absolutely. What else? Let me ask you another question. So if you have all those, how can you increase your likeness of yourself? What can you do that will make you like yourself more?
Hit on all those situations.
Hit on all the situations. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're an investor and you buy, or not even an investor, let's say you're buying your first home. If I could ask you to please turn off your phones because one phone can disturb 30, 40 people and it's not fair to everybody. So if you have a phone, let's turn it off so that it doesn't happen again. Alright, so moving forward, let's say you're a homeowner, you want to buy your first home, okay? You can't find a good home, so you find one that's a fixer-upper. A fixer-upper. It needs a new bathroom, it needs a new kitchen, it needs some fixing up in here, there. You like the house, but let's say you spend 30, 40, 50,000 and now all of a sudden you got the granite countertops, you got the kitchen, you got the beautiful bathroom, you got all those. Do you like that house more? Do you like that house more now? Come on, do you like that house more now or no? It should be a resounding yes, right? It's a no-brainer. You're going to like that house more. Similarly, you will like yourself more if you improve yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. You will like yourself more. Take some, like you're doing right now. You're taking classes. Are you going to like yourself more after this? Exactly. If you're improving yourself, you're worth more. Okay, so increase your worth and you like yourself more. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly touch on that and then I'm going to go on to, so if you can do that, chances are that you'll like yourself more and you'll be happy more often. Okay, alright, so let's keep moving because I'm quickly going to touch on this. Okay, so why is happiness so important? Why are we always chasing happiness when we don't even know the definition of happiness? Huh?
Better for your health.
It's good for your health. What else?
I thought that was the purpose of life.
Okay.
Chasing happiness.
Right. What else? Why is happiness so crucial?
You're not unhappy. Because you're not unhappy.
I like that. Do you work for Google, sir?
Well said, Bob.
Do you work for Google? You should. Okay, what else? Why is happiness so crucial?
Contagious.
Happiness is contagious, yes. You know, like sometimes when you work in an office where the people are unfriendly and you say, hello, boss, and then he looks at you like, and then he keeps walking. It's so contagious that his mood kind of reflects on you, and then you talk to your inferiors or your subordinates the same way, and it's contagious, it just spreads. Similarly, if somebody's happy, they make you smile, it's contagious. So why is happiness so important? We should all know these answers.
Good for health.
It's good for health, better immune system, better sleep. I'm gonna make it fast. Better sleep, better immune system, more friends, more productive, fruitful to the society. If you're happy, you don't go around with a gun shooting kids in school, right? You're happy. You're more fruitful. Let me tell you, all it takes is one unhappy, powerful person in this world, and the whole world becomes unstable. So when you pray to God for your happiness, pray for other people's happiness too, because like we're here in this room, right? Some crazy guy who's unhappy comes in here with some weapon. Guess what? We're all hiding under the tables. Are we happy? No. So all it takes is one unhappy person in this world, not just in this room or not just me or you, not just in our family, in the world, that can make the whole world unstable. So when you pray, include everybody. Say, God, please help everybody be happy. That's the reason I do this course. I don't get paid, but to me, if I can make one person happy, if I can change the course of one person's life, it'll be worthwhile for me. Because in life, you get what you give. Just like in Bible it says, do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. I have a short version of that. You get what you give. So if I'm giving happiness to 40, 50 people, guess what? That's the 40, 50 times happiness I'm going to get. Because you get what you give, right? And I want to be happy, so why not? All right, so happiness is important because it gives you more zest for life, better immune system, better family life, more productive, more fruitful to the society, all of those things. So less stress, less fatigue, more friends, better overall life, better sleep, better performance, better relationships. It's almost like winning a lottery. If you have the key to happiness, it's like winning a lottery. And today you're all going to be lottery winners. Okay, and you only have to claim it in taxes. How's that? Okay, so so they did some studies, and Tal Ben-Shahar, also says this. They did some studies and they found that people who have long-term sustainable happiness have certain habits. Okay, you want long-term sustainable happiness. You don't want peaks and valleys. Happy today, sad tomorrow. You want long-term sustainable happiness so that you're happy and at a good level, at that range, within that range, throughout your life. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but throughout your life. And you can be contagious to other people and convey that. So, what are some of those habits of happy people? Actually, before I tell you, I forgot to tell you my goals. My goal today is to have fun, laugh, and enjoy, and share with you the habits of happy people, and give you a formula on how you can remember these habits. If I tell you, and then you can take all the notes you want, but you're not going to open the notes in real life. You never do. You have tons of notes that you never open. I'm going to give you a solid formula that will stay with you for the rest of your life. And then I'm going to teach you how to turn that formula into a lifestyle so that you don't have to think about it. It just becomes your nature. Okay? It just becomes your nature. So that's my goal today. All right. So they did some study and they found that their people have certain habits that they cultivate every day, that they use every day, that brings them long-term sustainable happiness. Let me ask you this question. How many people know a happy person? How many people know or a happy person in their life or they've come across it? All right. What's one habit that you see in that person that tells you that they're happy?
Smiling.
They're smiling. Okay, they're smiling. Who else? Raise your hand.
They're actually
Physically fit? Physically fit? Okay, so physically fit, there's two things in that. Being physically fit is God's blessing.
Amen.
Okay, but practicing good health, being health conscious is something you can do. Okay, so like for instance, you could have bad genes and you're in terrible shape, but if you practice good hygiene, good health habits, you can recover from that. So what I would say is they have good health habits. They go to the gym, they eat less, they exercise more. You know what I mean? All right. Anybody else? Who raised their hand? Yes, ma'am.
Joking.
They have a good sense of humor. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, ma'am.
They're positive about everything.
Beautiful. They are positive. They use positive language. I'll tell you how you can tell if somebody's happy or not. Listen to them. See how many negative sentences they use. Okay? For instance, like if I have a problem with this beautiful young lady, and I'll say, you know, you're never doing this, and you, Rebecca, and you are never on time, and you never this, and you never that, and you don't. Da, 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 da. When they use such negative language, guess what? Are they happy or unhappy? Now you can say the same thing. Let's say if I wanted to improve Rebecca's, I don't know, absenteeism and lack of being responsible, I could say the same thing in a positive manner. I say, you know, Rebecca, you're an awesome person. I would love you even more if you came on time, or, you know what I mean? You can say the same thing using positive language. So their language will tell you if they're happy or not. Okay? Their language will tell you. Go ahead, ma'am. You were going to say.
I was saying the same thing she did. I have a friend, she's positive about everything,
Beautiful.
no matter what.
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, go paint a rosy picture when it's bleak and it's, you know, you're getting evicted from the house and you go, oh, I got plenty of money. No, you know, be responsible, but be realistic also, but, you know, but be positive, because there's two sides to every coin, you know, and you can look at the other side of the coin and it's positive. Okay, so I'm going to share those habits with you real quick. If you have a camera, you can take a picture of it. Okay, so what I've done is to help you remember these habits, I've broken it down into happiness, and then I've put all the habits. So if you have a camera, you can take a picture of it, because you're going to use that in your daily life. All right, let me know when you're done.
And then turn it back off.
Pardon?
Yeah, I turned my phone off.
Oh. All right. How are we doing? So I'm going to quickly go over these, okay? So with H, it's being health conscious, honest. Okay? Why is being honest so good for your happiness? Why is being honest so good for your happiness? Anybody?
You don't have to worry about being caught in a lie.
Exactly. Beautiful. Being humble. Why is that so crucial? Why is being humble so crucial in happiness?
You lift up others.
You lift up others and your ego is not inflated, so people don't have to kiss up to you for you to be happy. You know, even if somebody looks down on you or says something bad to you, you just keep going because you're humble. Sense of humor, being helpful. How is being helpful good for your happiness? Gets you beyond yourself. When you help somebody, you're making their life better, hopefully. Okay, unless you're a bad helper. Okay, so you're making their life better, so you're getting their blessings, you're getting their goodwill, and if you ever need help, guess what? You got some support. Okay? Also, when they give you a compliment, it's good for your self-esteem. Okay? And anything that raises your self-esteem is going to give you happiness. Okay? Same thing with being assertive, adaptable, very crucial, accepting and accommodating, peaceful, philanthropic, purposeful, that's what we're going to talk about today, pleasant and playful. Okay? All those things are habits that will give you more happiness. Okay? Phone manners. Why is phone manners so crucial these days for your happiness?
Everybody's on their phone.
Everybody's on the phone. I'll tell you why. There's so many ways that not having good phone manners will get you in trouble so fast. Let's say you don't have good phone manners and you're texting while driving. How long will you stay happy? Exactly. Till you hit somebody else who's on the phone too. And next thing you know, you got a problem. All right. Happy people know how to prioritize. Very crucial. Personable, happy people know how to turn their problems into a gift. How many people know how to turn their problems into a gift? I shared that formula last time. Very crucial formula. You remember that formula? How to turn your problems into a gift?
I can turn a problem into a gift.
Uh-huh.
When my office person came and said, I made a mistake. So I said, oh, you did? Then you learned something without paying up.
Beautiful. What she's saying is that, learn from your mistakes and you turn it into a problem to gift, which is true. That's part of it, but I have a formula. It's a very specific formula. I'm going to share that with you real quick in 2 minutes, and then I'm going to go on to. Okay, so being in the moment, interested, independent. How do you become more interesting? How does one become more interesting?
Being more interested.
Being more interested. Beautiful.
Oh,
Okay, happy people are nature lovers. They're non-judgmental. They're nurturing. They're empathetic, energetic, encouraging, emotional IQ. They're smart. They're sincere. Stable, social, supportive, sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is also very crucial for happiness, by the way. If you don't sleep good, guess what? You know those people who go postal? You know why? Because they're sleep deprived. The night shift people were the people going postal. I know this. I used to be a postal worker. Okay, I'll share that story with you one day. Not a good story, but I'll share that with you. Okay, so now that we know what those habits are, I'm gonna quickly give you a little test. Okay? So starting with H, what are some of the habits of happy people? Starting with H.
Honest.
Helpful, honest, humble. Anybody else? Helpful, beautiful, she got them all four. Okay, what about A? Assertive, adaptable, she wrote it down. Okay. Huh? Accepting, beautiful, what else? Okay, do you see how you're remembering those more by having that formula? What about P?
Peaceful.
Playful,
Priority.
prioritizer, what else?
Peaceful.
Peaceful, phone manners, I love you guys, what else? Philanthropic, there's a big one that some positive, but there's another one that turns something into something. Problem to gift. Remember that, folks. That'll change your life. If you know how to do that, trust me, you'll bust the stress like you would not believe. And it's so crucial to bust your stress. Remember, will kill you faster than a cigarette. Yeah, one day somebody was laughing at me and says, haha, you're smoking a cigarette. I said, yeah, at least I'm not stressed. Alright, so how can we remember these habits? By using that formula, okay? Remembering that formula. Alright, so how do you make this into a lifestyle? How do you make this into a lifestyle? So that it happens automatically, so you practice these habits automatically.
Gen a habit, yeah.
Yeah, develop a habit. How do you make a habit? How do you form a habit?
Repetition.
Repetition. How many times do you have to repeat something for it to become a habit?
30 times.
30 times?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, anybody else? That's good, but it's even better than what I was going to say. 15? Okay, I'll tell you a very scientific formula that's been proven throughout the world. How many cigarettes in a pack of cigarettes? 20. That's how. And look at how many smokers we have. You gotta do something 20 times, it becomes a habit. You can do it 30 times, so that's fine. But 20 times it becomes a habit. So every night before you go to bed, look at that phone picture that I gave you and see how many habits you practiced that day. Were you patient? Were you smiling? Were you peaceful? Did you dodge a fight? Did you dodge an argument? Okay. Were you helpful? Were you adaptable? Were you accommodating? Were you nurturing? Were you nature loving? See how many of those you practice for 20 days. So after 20 days, you won't have to tally it anymore.
Is that incremented for age?
Sure. You might even have
When I was
some.
40, I did 20, but now that I'm 80, I do 40.
Right, there you go, there you go. All right, so then I'm going to quickly recap. Problem to gift, because does anybody remember the formula to problem to gift?
No.
Okay, all right, I'm going to share that with you. Now, here's what happens. Anytime you have a problem, your body will automatically turn that into a gift. But that process takes a long time. You know, like anytime you have any kind of a calamity or something bad happens, what happens? You have rage. What are the 4 stages of acceptance? Is it rage, anger, what else? Guilt, and then finally denial and acceptance. You have all those stages, okay? I'm going to give you a formula that will bypass all the repenting, the guilt, the denial, the blaming, all that. I'm going to share that formula with you real quick. And you can take a picture of it so you have it for next time. All right, so, okay, stress is caused by problems. You know, when we have problems that we can't fix, we get stressed, right? Okay, so how can we turn those problems into a gift? And how can we remember those problems in crises? Okay, so the formula is very simple. It's called GIFT, G-I-F-T. Please take a picture of it. This will save your life. This will make your life so much easier. G stands for gratitude. Is anybody here suffering from any kind of a problem that's so gut-wrenching that it's robbing their sleep? Anybody? Okay, go ahead. Tell me, Rebecca.
Oh, I'm having a hard time being a widow.
You're having a hard time. You miss your husband.
Very much.
Beautiful. I mean, not beautiful in the sense that it's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem.
It's a good. You loved your husband. You must have had a great marriage.
Yes.
Okay. So let's use this formula to help you overcome.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's start with G. G stands for gratitude. So how long were you married for?
25 years.
How many?
25.
25 years. So you can be grateful that you had 25 good years of marriage.
That's
Most
right.
people don't even have a day of good marriage.
My husband said, we were a second marriage, he said, some people, first marriages don't have a good, he was a widower, I don't have we made her silver. He said, God is good. He took 2 lonely people, gave us 25 good years.
Beautiful. So when you have the gratitude that at least you had 25 years of good marriage,
Yes.
because I know a lot of people who don't even have a day of good marriage.
Yes,
So you
yes.
had 25 years, okay? So what's good in this situation? What's good in this? What's the silver lining? What did you learn from this experience?
I am financially sound.
Beautiful,
I am safe.
beautiful.
My family's well,
Yeah.
but it's hard.
It's hard. Okay. So what improvements can be made in this situation? Now you missed your husband. Now how young was he? About the same age as you?
No, he's a decade older.
Okay. So what can you improve from now on? When you find a mate, make sure he's young enough. No, I'm just kidding. Make sure you go after some young guys, you know.
I think that's the truth.
You know. So what else? I mean, that all joking aside, what can you improve? Could he have done something different to? Did cancer get him? What got him?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe you can study about cancer. Maybe you can make some changes in the diet. Maybe you can do some things that will help you and also your next spouse. Okay. I'm just saying, if you do find somebody, if
If I wanted to.
you want it, I'm just saying, but you will learn something from that experience, right? What did you learn from that experience
More experience.
of your husband passing away?
It doesn't get easier.
Okay, but like health-wise, like diet-wise, did you learn anything diet-wise? Was he making some crucial mistakes in his diet?
No.
Was he making some crucial mistakes in his exercise?
No.
Did he have any kind of a genetic issues that got him?
No.
Was it a prostate cancer?
No, it was 81 days he was ill. I don't want to talk.
Okay, that's fine. I understand. But what I'm saying is, if you can learn from it, okay, if you can improve from it, and make your life better, because your life is not over.
No.
So you still got a long life to live. So if you can improve from it, that'll help you. Instead of focusing on missing in, which is okay, also focus on improving yourself. Yes, ma'am.
So one of the things that she got from it is that she can love.
Beautiful.
And so,
Yeah.
now you can look for other ways to express love and love other people.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be a husband.
Right, exactly. Love is universal. It doesn't have to be your husband. Okay, so also you can learn to be in the moment. When you know how to meditate and learn to be in the moment, you're not thinking about the past. So that will give you some relief. Okay. Also facts. Get all the facts about how to be happy, what you're doing right now, how to recover from loss of death, and find people who can help you. There's certain organizations, certain people that can help you. And then once you get that help, you be the guiding light for other people. Okay? And then finally, T stands for time heals. Okay? And teach others. The best way to learn is to teach others. The point I'm making is, if you follow this, and anybody who else has a problem, if you follow this enough, you will be able to ease the pain. I'm not saying you'll totally eradicate it, but you'll ease the pain. And that's your goal, right? To ease the pain. And eventually it'll become a gift. Eventually it'll become a gift. All right? Go ahead.
You need to get out of the picture.
Sorry. I should leave the room. All right. We're good? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to, now that we're all caught up, I'm going to go back to finding purpose in life.
Okay.
All right. Finding your purpose. Okay, so why is it important for us to know our purpose in life? Can anybody tell me? Why is it very crucial for us to know our purpose in life?
Sense of fulfillment.
Sense of fulfillment, beautiful. What else?
A reason to get up in the morning.
A reason to get up in the morning, beautiful.
Yes.
No wonder I had a hard time getting up today.
Set a goal. Set a goal.
Set a goal, beautiful. What else? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you're looking at a jumbo jet 747.
Okay.
Does that have a purpose?
Yeah.
Is there a purpose? What's the purpose of jumbo 747? To take a whole bunch of people on cargo from point A to B.
Yeah.
So let's say that a company buys a brand new 747 from Boeing and uses it as a garden center. Or as a, childcare place. Or as a grocery store.
You have an unhappy jet.
Right? Would they be doing their purpose? Okay? The point I'm making is, let me give you another example. Let's say that you go to Walmart because you're an avid gardener, and you go to Walmart and you buy a $5 tomato plant.
Okay.
You bring it home. You cherish it, you water it, you give it sunlight, you kiss it, you sing to it, you talk to it, you do everything you can. What are some of the expectations we have from that tomato plant? Red, nice tomatoes like the picture shows. What else? It should grow tall, go green, right? It should taste good, not bitter. It should the plant should stick to the ground nicely and you know whatever, and when you water it, it should grow nicely and all those. So if you have, okay, now I'm going to pause for a second. How many people know their purpose clearly right now? How many people are clear on their purpose? All right, one guy. Anybody else? 2, 3.
His name is Bob.
Bob. Okay. How you doing, Bob? Very unique name. All right. So only 2 or 3 people, and even their hand is like, not. They're like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you this: how would you like to get up in the morning, get in your car, and you have no idea where you're gonna go or what you're gonna do today? How fruitful would that day be for you? How fruitful would that day be for you? Hit or miss, you'll be wasting gas, you'll be polluting the air, you'll be causing accidents because you don't know where you're going, you'll just be fluttering around. Then why are we wasting our life without knowing our purpose? Right? Why? Each person here and everywhere in the world has a unique thumbprint. Would you agree?
Yes.
Similarly, each person has a very unique set of skills, set of habits, set of hobbies that give them pleasure, that are very, very fruitful. Our goal in life is to find those hobbies, those skills, those things that you love doing, and incorporate them in our day, in our life. Okay? Just like the tomato plant. If that tomato plant, you expect it to be green and you expect it to be nice, ripe tomatoes that you can cut up, eat, raw, whatever. If that tomato plant didn't do any of that, would you buy that tomato plant again?
No.
Why not? Because it didn't live up to its purpose. So if we're so harsh and so expecting of a $5 tomato plant, don't you think we should be knowing our purpose? Our government values each human life at $1 billion. Did you know that? $1 billion, each
With a
person.
B?
Huh?
With a B?
With a B, not 1 billion, 1 billion. You know why I know this? Because when the Air Force pilots are hit or when their plane goes cuckoo, they say just eject. Let go of the plane.
Yeah.
Because you're worth more than $1 billion to us. Let go of that $1 billion plane. Just come out. Don't try to save it. Come out. So I'm certain that each human being is worth at least $1 billion to the government. Okay? So if we're so harsh on a $5 plan, we expect so much out of it. We're $1 billion person. To me, I'm worth even more than that. Don't you think we should have a purpose? Would you let a jumbo jet just sit around and not carry passengers left and right? So we should know our purpose. We should know what we're made for so that we can start being on track. Okay? And folks, once you find your purpose, you're turbocharged. You will be turbocharged. You will jump out of bed. Not just get out of bed, you will jump out of bed because you know you're going to do something. I was coming here, guess what? I wasn't like, oh God, not again. No, I jumped out of bed. I found the best clothes what I'm going to wear. I'm going to go out there and have a blast. And guess how much I make today? Zero. But you know what? Spiritually, mentally, I make $1 billion because I'm fulfilling my purpose. Because I know what my purpose is. My purpose, I'll tell you what my purpose is. My purpose is I like to laugh. Very shallow purpose. I just like to laugh. So what I've done is I do activities that make me laugh or make others laugh with me. And so what I do is I make sure that whoever comes in contact with me, I laugh at that person all day long. Whether I'm doing a presentation or not. If I meet somebody in the bathroom, I'll make some kind of a joke. Respectful, because I'm a small guy, I don't want to get my butt kicked. A respectful joke, a respectful observation, something, okay, that'll make us laugh and we'll have a good time and it's contagious. So that's my purpose. That's how I do it. But I figured out that I love to laugh. That's how simple it is to find your purpose. So what I want you to do is this. I want you all to think about at least one thing that you absolutely love doing, that you will do for free, you will do it day and night, you're never tired to do it. Just one thing I want you to think in your head. Just take a minute or so, or 30 seconds. Everybody has it? Just one activity, one thing that you love doing.
Reading fiction.
Reading what?
Fiction.
Reading fiction. Beautiful. Okay, reading fiction. Anybody else?
I'd love to replay my Excel spreadsheet for estimating my taxes.
Okay, that may be I can't help you, sir. I'm sorry. No. You love reading in Excel?
I wrote this program in Excel so that I could tell, now that I'm retired, exactly how much to pay Uncle Sam at the end of the year.
Oh, beautiful,
So I'd like to
beautiful,
run that,
beautiful. Okay,
once a
all
month.
right, okay, beautiful. Reading fiction, reading Excel worksheet. Anybody else has a little bit more fun purpose? Or yeah.
Be with people. Just be with people.
Socializing.
Exploring, beautiful learning, exploring. Go ahead, ma'am.
Socializing.
So beautiful socializing. Yes, Joanne.
I like making a difference for people, whether it's making a little child smile or saying hi to someone.
Beautiful.
You know, that.
And hence she organizes these classes and sends me emails to make sure that I'm coming and what I'm wearing. No, I'm just kidding. Beautiful. Okay, so yes, ma'am.
I just want to observe that the inanimate plane that you used is not human, and the tomato plant is not human, and now that we're hearing human purpose, we're hearing the diversity.
Okay.
So it's not a tomato, it's not transporting people, it's whatever.
Of course. No, I like to give certain examples so that you see what we expect out of other people or other things, but yet we're not being accountable ourselves. Okay? So now I'm going to take all those things that people said, for instance, reading fiction. So you like reading fiction. What does it do for you? What does reading fiction do for you?
It gives me perspective.
It gives a perspective. It takes your mind off. I'm sure it does a lot of other things too.
I'm not saying it takes my mind off.
No, it takes your mind off from other problems, other things. Are you still thinking about your other problems when you're reading fiction?
Depends on what.
Then you're not absorbing. The point I'm making is, okay, so here's the simple way to find your purpose. If you love doing something so much and it gives you so much pleasure that it takes away from the rest of the world, you're just immersed in that. That's something that can be a purpose. And all you gotta do is use that skill, that hobby, that behavior to benefit yourself and benefit others. Okay? Like I like to laugh, so I could just sit in the corner and laugh all day long. But if I'm talking to everybody that I've come across and make them laugh, well, guess what? I'm using that laughter for myself, and I'm using that laughter to benefit others. Right? Because laughter is the best medicine. There's nothing better than that. Okay? So that's my purpose. So I made that the purpose. So I'll do all the activities that I can to do that. Now, how do I remind myself that that's my purpose? So what I've done is a very simple thing, and I'm going to do that with you. I've incorporated my purpose in my name. When people ask me, what's your name? I say, my name is Paul, which stands for playful, affectionate, universal, and loyal. And I introduce myself like that. Playful, affectionate, universal, and loyal. So when I tell people I'm playful, affectionate, universal, and loyal, and then I go to a party and I sit in the corner and I sulk, it's not going to happen because I've made myself accountable. Like I told people that I'm playful, affectionate, universal, and loyal. Now I got to live that part. And when I'm living that part, I'm in my zone, I'm in my purpose, I'm doing my purpose, I'm happy. So what I want you to do today is, let me just take you forward a little bit. Can you all hear me?
Okay.
Okay, why do we need to find our purpose? We talked about it because it would waste your day. Okay, aimlessly driving around. See, I got ahead of myself. Tomato plant, $5. Okay. Okay, so basically when I said what would happen if that plant did not fulfill their purpose, you won't buy that plant. What would happen to that company that made those plants? They would go extinct. They would go bankrupt. If all the plants that they produced did not give tomatoes or did not fulfill their purpose, people would stop buying from that company and the company would go extinct, right? Similarly, if you don't fulfill your purpose, if you don't know your purpose and you don't live your purpose, A, you'll have a lousy life, and B, your life will not be as fulfilling and as long-lasting as it would be if you have your purpose. When a person finds their purpose, it's like a wheel when it's on a like spinning freely. Okay, when you find your purpose. But when you don't find your purpose, you're ailed by all kinds of grievances and all kinds of anxiety and all this, because once you find your purpose and you fulfill it, you become free from all the other stresses, because that's like meditation to you. You're spinning freely. You see what I'm saying? Like in your example, let's say you find a hobby that you absolutely love and you pursue that hobby for yourself and others. Will you still be thinking about being a widow and being so miserable? No, because you'll get relief. Your brain will get a relief.
This room is, there are a lot of teachers and nurses in this room who spent their life serving others,
Right,
helping others,
right,
lifting up others,
right.
and that's important.
Okay, so there are several ways to find a purpose. What comes easy to you? What is something that you're good at? Like he said, Excel worksheet. Now, a lot of people are probably petrified by Excel worksheet, right? But he loves it. He loves it. So what can he do? Go at it. Enjoy the Excel worksheet and have a class, teach a class.
Yeah, right.
Teach somebody else who's petrified by Excel worksheet, so they can do their taxes better. Would that give you a purpose in life?
Yeah, I do that.
Absolutely. Okay. So what are some of the sincere compliments you get from people? Think of a hobby or an activity or something that you have besides your looks that give you a compliment.
Yeah.
That's all.
Huh? I'm sorry. Okay. So can anybody give me an example of that? When was the last time you got a compliment other than your looks? My goodness. This is a sad class. Yes, ma'am.
I got a great compliment on writing nursing notes that are very effective.
You got a great compliment on?
Nursing notes, documentation.
Oh, documentation. Okay, very good. Very good. Yes, ma'am.
I got a compliment from 5 people that I learned, that I taught Mahjong to.
Beautiful. So you're a good teacher. You're patient. You have a good. Okay, good. And so keep in mind when somebody gives you a sincere compliment. Okay, make sure it's sincere and not some. You look nice. Make sure it's a sincere, specific compliment. Okay, make a note of it because that could be something that could become your purpose. And are we only supposed to have one purpose, or you can have many purposes? Many, just like a tomato plant, you can have many purposes. You can be a good Excel teacher. You can be a good coach. You can be a good motivational speaker. It could be anything, right? Okay, and also, what do you enjoy doing the most? Okay, make a note of it. What do you enjoy doing the most? What do you never get tired of doing? Okay, what do you love doing so much that you don't even care about compensation? I'll give you an example. I love tinkering with things. I'm a very mechanical person. A friend of mine called me up. He says, "Hey man, I want you to help me out." I'm like, "Okay." He says, "I'm installing chairlifts in senior homes." You know what chairlift is? You sit like this and go.
Okay.
I said, "Dude, I would love that." And sure enough, he takes me. Now I install chairlifts as a fun hobby. Okay, I love doing it because I'm a mechanical guy. And secondly, can this become a purpose? Absolutely. Look at how many seniors I know who are abandoning their home and going into some lousy nursing homes because their home is not accessible. Their upstairs bedrooms are not accessible. Well, guess what? Now I can make them accessible. So does that contribute to my purpose? Absolutely. Absolutely. All day long. So find out what you enjoy doing. Find out what you never get tired of doing. I never get tired of laughing. What would you do if you did not, even if you did not get paid? So I want you all to think of 1 or 2 activities, specific activities that you love doing that fulfill this criteria. Each one of you should have that. Each one of you. Yes, ma'am. See?
Volunteering for LLI.
Volunteering for LLI. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now let me ask you this. What does volunteering for LLI do for you?
It has given me a tremendous number of friends, activities, a lot of learning about new topics,
Beautiful.
socializing, feeling that I'm doing a productive job.
Beautiful.
And nobody in LLI gets paid a single penny.
Exactly. So see, you named quite a few of those things that you enjoy.
She's our president.
Okay, good, beautiful. Congratulations. Thank you. That's a good president. That's a good. See, and look at she rose the ladder because she knows her purpose. She knows what she likes, and she's at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's turbocharged. I can see she's turbocharged. She's not tired. And she has a glow on her face that most people not have as much. But once you find your purpose, you'll all be glowing like her. I guarantee. You just got to do some soul searching.
You got a compliment, Ann.
I'll be honest with you. How many people here have a bachelor's degree? Bachelor's degree. Master's degree. Raise your hands. Master's degree. PhD. Any PhDs?
I agree.
PhDs. Okay. What do you have a PhD in, ma'am?
Philosophy.
Philosophy, beautiful, beautiful. How about you? What do you have a PhD in?
Virology,
Pharmacology?
viruses, virology.
Oh, viruses. Oh, you must have been busy during COVID. Okay. The point I'm making is now those PhDs are very useful. I've met people who have PhDs in such obscure subjects like nuclear physics and some micro something in that nuclear physics that they studied for 10, 15 years, but never got a chance to use it in their daily life because they never got a job in that. Okay? What I want you to do is do a PhD on yourself. Learn about yourself, because that's one PhD that you use all the time. Okay? When I say PhD in yourself, meaning know what your blood type is, know each and every details, know what makes you happy, know what makes you sad, know what your trigger points are, everything. Okay? And you'll never waste a single minute being astray. You know? People ask me, they go, what do you love doing? And I have mine memorized. You know, what do people say? What do you love doing? And I say, my name is Paul, and all my passions start with P. Ping pong, pickleball, poker, polka, presentation, boom. That's how I want you to have the things that you love doing, because that's how crucial it is. That's how crucial it is, you know. So if I'm doing all 5, 6 different things, do you think I'm happy? If I do all my 5, 6 passions a day, do you think I'm going to bed sad? Heck no. Heck no. I'm happy, I'm jumping with joy. I have to take tranquilizers to go to sleep because I'm so happy, you know. So the point I'm making is, I want you all to give me one thing that you love doing that's unique to you. Who wants to start? One thing that you love doing in life that's unique to you.
All gifts of service. Gifts of service, helping other people.
Helping other people, being helpful, it increases the self-esteem. He learns something new. When you help other people, you're also learning yourself, right? And you're building up alliances. And so that's a beautiful purpose, to be helpful, because you'll never go out of style, right? So give me your name, Dave, right? Dave.
Yes.
So let's use Dave's name, to incorporate his purpose in that, so that when he introduces himself, he says, hi, I'm Dave. And then what would you say that starts with D that also defines you and keeps you on line and on purpose?
He's a doer.
He's a doer, beautiful. He's a doer, he's diligent. He's a doer, he's diligent, he's dependable.
He's dutiful.
And he's dutiful. He was helping me set up my computer. So
Helps every class.
exactly. And so A, what about A?
He's able.
Is that true, Dave? Are you able?
Yeah, he's
I
able.
think so.
All right. Okay, so he's able.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. There you go. Awesome.
Yay.
He's awesome. What about V?
Valuable.
He's valuable.
Oh,
He's valuable.
There it is.
Okay, now give me some activity with a V that makes it to where if he does that activity or if he does that thing, he's, you know, I mean, valuable is good. Actually, valuable is good because he won't sit around just on his phone, because he's valuable. He's going to be helping people. He's going to see where he's needed. What about E?
Entertaining.
He's entertaining. Is that true, Dave? Are you entertaining?
At times.
At times. So next time you introduce yourself, say, hi, I'm Dave. I'm dependable. I'm able. I'm valuable, and I'm entertaining. He would have all kinds of dates. Right? So when you introduce yourself in a way that I'm telling you, do you think you would stay on course of your purpose a lot more often?
I do. I couldn't even think of anything to do.
Exactly. And I'm not saying stick with the 4 things I gave you, but come up with things, and they could change according to the circumstance. If you're in a hospital, you're dependable, you're active, you're virus-free, you could make all kinds of, what I'm saying is that condition your life in such a way that you're forced to stay on course, that you're forced to stay on purpose, okay? Let's use somebody else. Anybody else has a nice short name like Dave that you can use as a anybody?
Ann.
Ann, good Ann. Ann, raise your hand, please.
Our president.
Our president, Ann. Okay, Ann, so A stands for?
Ability.
Okay, well, let's use something more
Ambitious.
ambitious, beautiful. She has a lot of good goals for this club. Ambitious,
Achieving.
active,
Achieving.
accepting, active. What else? N. Nurturing.
Nice.
Nurturing, yeah, let's be more specific than nice. Nurturing. She,
Yes.
and what else? Knowledgeable.
We're
Who cares? She's knowledgeable with the N.
No nonsense.
Okay? So when you introduce yourself, use that. Use that. Can anybody else help me?
He says that.
No nonsense.
Bob, huh?
Yeah, Ann's no nonsense.
And it's no nonsense. He doesn't take crap from
She's the
anybody.
teacher, yeah.
No, she gets it done.
She gets it done. No nonsense. Gets it done. Okay.
Not,
Alright.
not
Alright,
negative.
I tell you what, I'm going to challenge you guys to help Bob out because he has the Excel worksheet
Yeah.
fetish. I'm going to call it a fetish.
I always get stumped on that.
So Bob, let's work on yours.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with Robert.
Okay.
R. R stands for what? What would R define you as?
Responsible.
Responsible. Responsible. What else? O.
Reliable.
No, O.
Oh.
Oh,
Office,
Yeah. Office. Yeah. Office official. Office.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. There you go. Outstanding. Yeah. Outstanding. Yeah. What about B?
Oh boy, that's tough.
Brave. Also, no, I want it to be to where he can use his Excel worksheet in that scenario. Bright? Oh, bright, bright. He looks bright. I can see him with the lights off.
yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you can introduce yourself like that. You can say, hi, I'm Robert, or I'm Bob, I'm reliable, I'm Office.
I might need a note card.
No, yeah, I'm Paul, I'm, I'm Robert. Anybody else? Anybody else? Because you all need to have this in your name or some kind of a reminder that reminds you of your purpose, so that you're not, because you might come to this class and 2 days later you forget all about it,
Yeah.
and now you're lonely and sad and depressed again. But if you remember your name and you introduce it with gusto and confidence, you will not stray. I guarantee you. You got to do it 20 times and it becomes natural.
Give me something that begins with a T.
T, okay. T, tremendous. No. Whose name are we working on?
Mine.
Okay, give me your hobby or something you love or that comes to you easy.
I know, but T is in the, I got K. Technical, okay.
Yeah, technical, tedious, skeleton. T, okay, give me your full name or your
Kathy with a K.
K. Okay, so let's start with K.
Kind.
Kind, yeah.
Industrious.
Huh? No, K for curious.
Still doing K. Something on the I.
Oh, I, okay, I could be industrious. I could be industrious. I could be innovative. I could be innovative. Kathy, are you?
I'm sorry?
What about A? Okay,
She's active.
active, beautiful. She's active.
Accepting.
Accepting, yes, accepting. You know, when you introduce yourself as I'm kind and I'm accepting, you would totally change the vibe of the room. I'm not kidding you. You could go into a room that's sarcastic and competitive and unhappy people, and you walk in with Kathy saying, I'm kind, I'm active, I'm tedious, or I'm, whatever.
She's technical.
Technical,
Terrific.
and I'm humorous, and I'm youthful. You will totally change the vibe of the room.
I was going to say useful.
Yes.
If you really,
I'm young.
Hold on.
if you really did that, walk in and start talking about what you have or do, or, wouldn't that be kind of nerdy or?
It would be. No, but see, here's how you do.
Weird.
Okay, so everybody's asking, if everybody's introducing themselves, this is how I usually say it. Like, let's say I come across somebody whose name is Bob. So I say, hi, I'm Bob. I'm like, oh, very unique name, Bob. How am I supposed to remember you? And then they go, I don't know, Bob. Then I say, my name is Paul, another unique name, but that's how you can remember me. I'm playful, affectionate, universal, and loyal. So do you have anything for yourself, Bob?
Only that's spelled backwards the same way.
Yeah, it's reversible. You're
People talk to me. Yeah.
okay. So there's ways to break the ice without being nerdy. Like I go to the senior center every day, and whichever table I sit on, people are usually quiet. They're ignoring each other or whatever. So when I sit down, I'll introduce myself. I'll say, hi, I'm Paul. What's your name? Blah blah blah. Then I'll say, I'm Paul, and it's playful, affection, universal, and loyal. How about you, Dave? What does your name stand for? What do you stand for? And then it becomes a nice icebreaker. Everybody says it, and we all laugh, and we break the ice, and all of a sudden, we're all richer.
Yeah.
Because I steal their money. I'm just kidding. No. But so there are ways to break the ice, but it's very crucial to have that, because that'll keep you on course. okay? If you're always reminded of your destination. Another way to find your purpose is, what would you want people to say about you after you're gone? What would you want people to say at your, I'm sorry to say the word funeral. What would you want people to say at your funeral? Can anybody answer that question?
Good thing he changed his name to Paul.
Right? I love this guy. I love Bob. Okay, so what would you want people to say about you after you're gone? Can anybody raise their hand and share that with me? Yes.
Activist.
Activist?
Wow.
Okay, what else?
Friendly.
Friendly. And what's your name again?
Yeah.
Pat. There you go, see? Now we're talking. Pat, okay?
Easy name.
Pat, and so you were activist, you're friendly, what else?
Purposeful.
Oh, beautiful. She's already on track.
She's the T.
Are you a pretty clean person or are you a messy person?
Clean.
Okay, so purposeful, activist, and tidy. Right there. So you can introduce her. Hi, I'm Pat. I'm purposeful. I'm activist, and I'm tidy. You know, what does your name stand for? It makes them think. It makes them think. It really does. So I want you to kind of think about that, and you get more points if you share that with us in the class, so that we all know how to, create that population. Rebecca, let's work on you since you're sitting in front.
Let's go back to the corporate.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Because that's.
Can I add to Bob's would be, then you can do the E in Robert. The Excel.
Oh, yeah.
Excel worthy, yeah.
Excel.
Excel worthy, right?
Oh, he is Excel in your name.
Okay.
Oh,
So anytime you enjoy an activity and it is also helpful to one or more people, that can be part of your purpose, okay? And it could be any activity. It could be bingo. It could be playing cards. I play pickleball. And I used to think, how can pickleball be a purpose? It is a purpose. You know why? Because when I play pickleball, I'm keeping myself in shape, I'm staying active, I'm staying out of the hospital, I'm not burdening the society because I'm staying active, I'm staying healthy, and I'm also occupying 3 other people. We're all laughing together,
Yes.
we're all busting stress, we're all staying out of the hospital. So is pickleball my purpose? Yes, it can be. It can be, yes.
There's a lot of laughing in pickleball. When you go by the court, they're
Oh my God, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So find as many activities that you enjoy and pursue them with the goal of helping others along the way. And we're on this journey together. So the bottom line is this. Find anything that you love doing, as long as it's legal, ethical, and moral. It's got to be legal, ethical, and moral. Otherwise, you can't sustain it. I mean, if your habit is hunting people, well, guess what? You'll get caught in a couple of days. Party's over. So find something that you love doing that's moral, ethical, and legal, so you can sustain doing it. And then do it for yourself. Do it for your own entertainment and for others. And the more you can do for others, the more of a purpose it will become. Okay? So has anybody else incorporated their name with the purpose? How about any activity that you guys have come up with that's kind of unique, that you don't think could be a purpose or is a purpose? Anybody? Boy, this is a tough crowd. Yes.
I teach ESO at
You teach what?
English is the second.
Oh, English is a second language. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's my third language. I'm just
Bob does taxes for people.
I can tell. Okay. Are you, how, let me ask you this, Bob.
Yeah.
This is tax season. How come you have time to come here and
I got it in, ready to mail it.
Oh.
Since I own, I'm waiting a while.
oh really? I've already mailed mine and
Yeah.
got my refund. Because to me, one of the keys to happiness is being proactive. So as soon as I get my paperwork, I get on the TurboTax and I do my taxes so that I have more carefree time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you introduce yourself at a party and say, I'm Bob, I used to be when I was in sales school, the rumor came up that you introduce yourself by your name and then you say, how do you like me so far? Which would be that's a good compliment. So then you could say your stuff, I'm Paul.
Yeah. Playful affection.
How do you like me so far?
I think that's kind of weird.
Right, and that would be weird.
It's a joke. Though.
Right.
Oh, it's supposed to be a joke?
Yeah.
Oh.
How about you, ma'am? You seem like you have a zest for life. What's something you enjoy doing?
I'm here because I can find a purpose.
Right. See, to find your purpose, you should know what you love doing. What do you absolutely love doing? Cooking?
knitting and.
Knitting, there you go.
Researching investment.
Researching good investments, good, good.
And Excel.
And Excel, there you go, there you go. Okay,
That-
okay, and what's your name?
June.
June. All right, June. So you could, incorporate some of those activities in your name, and you start introducing yourself. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else found an activity that they absolutely love doing?
Beekeeping.
Eating?
Beekeeping.
Eating?
Keeping bees.
Oh, keeping bees, beekeeping. There you go. Yeah, you have me stunned over there with that bee. So you're playing with honey. You're producing honey. That's taking care of the bees. Yeah, that's really good. And you can do some research and make sure that the bees are living a very natural life. So the honey that comes out of them is very, sweet and good and healthy. Take it to the next level. And what's your name?
Mine?
Huh?
Karen.
Karen. So you can incorporate beekeeping somehow in that,
Keeper of bees.
Yeah. Beekeeping, keeping bees.
Holding it out everywhere I go.
Right. All right. Okay. So let's move further. Any questions so far? Any questions on any? Okay. Like I said, I love playing pickleball. I like being affectionate, loving. I like connecting with people. I like being loyal and sincere. Since my purpose in life, how do I remember all the time? See, right there, I wasn't lying, was I? See, I like to learn, be loyal, learn, and laugh, and I'm doing all of those by doing this workshop because I'm learning from you. I learn from. I'll give you an example how crucial this is. I was asking people, what their purpose in life is or what they enjoy doing the most, and so somebody said music, somebody said eating, somebody said talking. This one guy says, sleep. And then he started snoring again. So can sleep be a purpose?
Yes.
I think so. Because if you know how to sleep good, not only can you sleep good yourself, and if you see your friend who's insomniac, you can help him out too. See? And so you can give him some techniques, right? Stop watching TV or stop being on the phone, and then help him sleep. See? Anything that you enjoy doing that you can benefit yourself and benefit others can be a purpose. You just have to find it. And the more purposes you find in life, the happier your life will be, the happier you will be in retired life, because having more passions in retired life is equal to more happiness. All right. Any questions? Pick my theories apart. Challenge me, please. Okay. So what is your purpose? What is your purpose? People who did share their activities, do you think you can read to other people fiction to, like maybe in a library you could volunteer and read to people who share some knowledge with them? You think that would be helpful? Would that bring you more happiness?
She was in charge of the writing club for 20 years.
There you go. See, she's already doing it. So the trick is to cultivate your purpose, to pursue your passion, but don't just do it alone. Think of ways that you can spread the word and do it with other people so that you can benefit more people at a time. All right. Okay, folks, that's the class. Any questions? Please bring it on now.
May I just pick it on?
Yes.
What engaged me
So that was
again was when you turned it to others, because I tried to imagine coming into an unknown group, a table that's like, I'm married, I'm magnanimous, adorable. I feel like
Okay.
my purpose is to know it and to live it, but not to flaunt it.
Right. But if you call yourself adorable, yes, you're flaunting it. But if you say, I'm accepting.
No, here's what I want to say.
Okay.
Okay, is when you engaged me was when you turned it to us. Yes. And when you sat down at that table, I think the best way is, hi, I'm Mary, tell me about yourself.
Right.
Right? You were doing that in your examples, and that's where I engaged. Otherwise, it's a performance, it's a technique, it's a formula, it's an orthodoxy, and I'm not sure that's the human way to connect.
Right.
So I loved the ending here as you engaged us.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's more of a reminder for yourself. You don't have to say it out loud, but also saying you're adorable is egotistical. I agree. But if you say I'm accepting, I'm helpful, I'm assisting, things that benefit others. If you use those,
Still talking about yourself?
Yes, you
or
are.
you're asking about
no,
that?
yes, you are, but in a way that keeps you on track. Okay? In a way that reminds you of your purpose. Okay? Because the minute I say I'm playful, affectionate, universal, and loyal, what's your name and what does Dave stand for, or what does such and such stand for? See, I'm not keeping the whole focus on me for 20 minutes. I'm quickly sharing my purpose and then moving on to the other people so that they also realize that this helps. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm complimenting.
But like, you know how like if you go, I'm magnificent, I'm this, that doesn't do anything for anybody else, right? So you gotta do it to where, like, what's in it for them? You gotta keep that in mind. What's in it for them? You know, what do they get out of it? If you keep that in mind, then it won't sound so egotistical. Then it won't sound so vain, because now you're putting it out there that you're this kind of person and you can be helpful in this way. Does that make sense? Anybody else? That was a good question, by the way. Anybody else?
I'm not turning the other light on just because I don't want to blind you. I think we've got enough, but, so, thank you very much. And actually, we're gonna make a liar out of you to get paid.
Liar out of you.
You don't get, it's a $25 gift card to Barnes. No.
Thank you, thank you.
So, good luck finding one.
I know.
They took ours away from us, so we're gonna get it back.
Thank you.
But we And you can use either door. Well, actually, still go out that door because there's cords up here. We really don't want you to hurt yourself.
Good job, Paul, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
It's a good job.
Pleasure.
The chairs stay here because there's a